All right, Shalom Israel. Once again, it's the brother Kalab here through the Spirit to bring out a video. But before I get started, I want to give all honor and glory to my power, which is Yahweh, Ka'Allah, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakwadash. A double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone who taught us truth and who rule well. A humble salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing his work in truth and sincerity. I say Shalom. And of course, I wanted to go into an article here that I found. I would say that the biggest thing going on in prophecy right now is, that Russia and Ukraine war that's going on. So I got an article here, and Lord's will I'll bring out some scriptures, and I don't want to it'll be edifying. I got this article from CNBC. Says EU says it will fund arms deliveries to Ukraine and to hit Putin with new sanctions, including a ban on Russia. State media. And there's some points there, but I just want to grab to the core of this article. Says the European Union on Sunday announced new actions is planned to take in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, including that the Union will, for the first time, fund the delivery of weapons to the besieged nation. Yeah, because Ukraine is besieged, right? Russia led that onslaught and attack, right? Which was all through the spirit of the Most High anyways. And I'll go into that in a bit. It says the EU will also build on the sanctions it slapped on the Kremlin days earlier, said European Commissioner President Ursula von der Leyen, by the blocking Russia's aircraft from flying in EU territory. So I don't know what is out through the spirit. Yahweh is intensifying, as the elders have mentioned, that this is the year of the turn up, and you see these things happening. This is a big part of prophecy. We're not at the end yet. We're not in the Third World War yet, but it's getting there, And this is a big sign in prophecy. So I want to grab some scriptures and further expound to the spirit. All right. I got Proverbs chapter 21. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and the rivers of the water he turneth whatsoever he will. So Yahweh is putting it in the spirit of these other nations, right? The EU, America, the European allies, to stand with Ukraine in resistance, right? So this is going to create that war. And Aaron Ratazah, this will lead up to that third world war that we anticipate. Also, the collapse of the economy, right? Because it's going to affect the economy as well as that bringing in, that rolling out of the MOTB. So those things we have to see. But Aaron Ratazah, this will be the commence of that through the spirit, okay? I'm going to just grab this into the spirit. It says Habakkuk chapter 2 and 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall not speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So these things, even though it's not yet, it's going to come regardless, okay? Matthew chapter 24 and 6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. But we can see these things coming to pass, right? We see that vision. That vision is being is being painted, It's being painted, and it's coming to light, We're seeing that third world come, as these things progress. Revelations chapter 11 and 14 says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. And that's what we anticipate, through the spirit. I'm going to see if there's any more on that. Yup. It says, and the seventh angel sounded. These are the angels that are holding back that destruction. And once they let go, all hell's going to break loose. Okay? And through the spirit, I'm going to grab something else. Aaron Ratazah says, and the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of the Lord, and in his Mashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever. Yep, that's what we anticipate, and it goes into the 40 and 20 elders, once they seen these things come to pass, they fell at the feet to worship Yahweh Shem Shai, because that's that commence of that great day of the Lord, that judgment on this damn harlot, America. Isaiah 55 and 11. And see, so even though it's not yet, we're to continue in speaking these things into existence, because this word, this truth, the prophets that spoke, and brother mentioned it to the Spirit, the words of the prophets is having an effect on Babylon the Great. The more we utter this destruction, the more it comes to pass, okay? Isaiah chapter 55 and 11 says, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing where I sent it." Okay? So Yahweh Shai is putting the Spirit on us to prophesy the things to come, okay? Which prophesy means to speak before, and auto run to that to the Spirit. This, the end is not yet. These are rumors of war, but we anticipate these things to intensify as this is the year of the turn-up, and we can expect more destruction, more judgment. Okay, Aaron Ratazal, this will be the year, Also, this will be the year that, let me go back to this one that I first started, because it's going to help me expound on it says Proverbs 21 and 1, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water he turneth it whatsoever he will." And through all these things, like this article, that they're going to impose sanctions, they're standing with Ukraine in arms, by giving them all those arms. Yahweh Shai is going to put the Spirit on was it Magog, Russia, to come and because there's visions that brothers have had of like troops landing here in Americas, and this is what it's Putin is the one that does it, that releases his troops upon America and upon that harlot, right? And this is what this is talking about. Ezekiel chapter 38 and 11 says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest." Okay, this is the land of unwalled villages. You can cross from state to state, no borders, no problem, right? That's synonymous with this, with America. It says, "That dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates." Let me see if there's something else on that makes it. Yup, I believe this is it. Yeah, this is it. It says, "To take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate place." They're going to take the spoil and to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people who are gathered out of the nations, which is America. This is like the melting pot of the world, okay? America, Esau and Babylon the Great has heaped all nations unto it, and all nations cleave to Babylon, Babylon the Great, this mother of harlots. It says, "Which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land." And this goes into, I believe it goes after that, goes to like, more goods, more. This is a place of like milk and honey, and through the Spirit, right? This is a place where all the nations have fattened themselves, okay, and gone rich. So that's how we know that's what this is talking about. And Yahweh Shai is going to have this come to pass. One more time, Ezekiel chapter 38 and 11 says, "And thou shalt say, this is the king's heart, and Adorantes Russia, I will go to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates." So Adon Ratazal, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, put that in the spirit of Putin to release his troops upon America and to further maim this bitch, Babylon the Great, okay? And this is more things right here. It's a Revelation. This is things that we're gonna see. It's Jeremiah 51 and 4 says, "Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets." Okay, that's more things you can anticipate. I just got that one through the Spirit, but nonetheless, this is gonna happen. There's going to be multitudes of dead people here in America, okay? To the Spirit. Revelations chapter 18 and 10 says, "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour of judgment is thy judgment come," okay? That's we're close, we're close to that great day. And this is, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore. Right? Because this is that same thing, and there was actually a statement I seen on Dabu 7 that says the winner of this war, Russia or the EU, is the one that's gonna control the New World Order, all right? But this is going into America, Babylon the Great, being destroyed, and in that day, all these heathen nations that profited over her are going to lament, and that's coming. Let me see what I got here. Yep, and this is talking about that day when these ICBM missiles hit, that nuclear fire. That explosion to the spirit. I'll probably grab one more. It says, Joel chapter 2:2 says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spreadeth upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even the years of many generations. Okay? So that's that blanket of destruction, okay? The cloud, it says a day of clouds and a thick darkness. That's what it's going to be like, okay? And one more through the spirit, if I may. It says, melt with fervent heat, KGV, and this is the last one to close out. Peter 2:3 says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. It says, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holiness and conversation and godliness? And this is what we anticipate. What manner of person do we want to be? Of course, we want to be speaking these prophecies. We want to be walking as circumspectly and as righteously as possible. But then 11 says, seeing that all these things are, Salakis 12 says, looking for and hasting. This is truly, that's what we want. We want this day to come, okay? We want to be released out of our captivity. And out of our all, we be delivered, being counted worthy to escape. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, where the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right, so with that, I want to give all honor and glory to my power, which is Yahweh, Ka'Allah, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakwadash, and Shalom. All right, to the next time.